This is Clippers and Tippers, all thanks to Tyrepower. We're back for another week. Even though we didn't tip, we tipped a few seconds and we got one winner.
You tipped a few seconds.
Yeah, a couple of winners, Maury. All thanks to Tyrepower, as I said, and Barbers on South Side here in South Bank. Maury's just finishing up my hair today. You've done a great job, Maury.
Not bad.
But our guest is running late. He's not far away. He's a special guest too. Have you heard of Wayne Hall? I don't know. I forgot how much hair he's got. I don't know if he's got.
Don't know. We'll
I'm not paying.
Here.
I wonder if do you have to? If you've got no hair, do you pay full clip?
Same price.
Oh. He has arrived, Wayne Hawks, for Clippers and Tippers. This is our second ever show, all thanks to Tyrepower. Hello, Wayne. Welcome to Clippers and Tippers.
Hi, Gareth. Thanks for having me. But I don't know how good Maury is, though.
We'll find out.
I was a little nervous. I was like thinking, does he have hair or not, Wayne? But you actually got a little bit.
Got enough hair.
Look, I'd actually, to be fair, could I just have a little bit off the side and on top just a little bit more?
A little bit more.
Right. Okay. And all right. That's with the left one. The right one just a bit to the left. I'm talking about my eyebrows, not my hair.
So Brisbane, looking forward to it this weekend?
Yeah, it'll be really, really good to get to Queensland for the Winter Carnival. Haven't been there for a couple of years, so track's going to be wet though, so that's not sexy. But you know what? It's an outdoor sport, and we're given what we're given. So, a mate of mine was in Brisbane yesterday, being Wednesday, and he said it was pouring with rain. So, whatever I reckon they're going to rate it, I reckon add another number or two onto that.
This is Clippers and Tippers. So you're tipping Gallo Nero? Because I had your brother Michael on Giddy Up this morning, and
Did you?
Yeah, he said it'll win.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, you agree with him?
Well,
Who's the best judge out of the Hawks family?
the best judge?
Does John tip much?
No, he's not. No, he's probably not more of a tipper.
But can he go, geez, this will win?
Neil Werrett of Black Caviar, Ole Kirk fame, said to me the other day, "How good's your father?" I said, "What?" He said, "There's a field of 6 and John says got an each way chance." I said, "Well, maybe you meant top 3, Neil." I said, "You know what I mean?" I was just trying to square off with dear old dad. But I'll tell you what I did one day. Octagon won his first start, Shinsaw went to paddock. He came back in the autumn and was running on the Saturday. And we were at Crown Lodge back in the days with Inghams. Yeah. And Octagonal was first up in the Todman Slipper, which is the biggest lead up to the Golden Slipper first up. So on the Wednesday, I said to Dad, I said, "Hey, this thing called our Maze Case coming from New Zealand. They reckon it's the best 2-year-old ever come out of New Zealand." "Don't care." I said, no, you didn't hear what I said. I said, "Our Maze Case is the best horse to come out of New Zealand." "Don't care." I said, "Well, what do you mean don't care?" He said, "Won't matter, he'll just win." I said, "Really?" He goes, "It will just win."
Yeah.
So what Wayne did was Wayne went down the ANZ bank. He was banking with the ANZ then.
Yeah.
Wayne withdrew $2,000. Wayne, yes, Maury. Wayne had 1,000 in the Todman Slipper to beat our Maze Case.
Yeah.
How many years ago is this?
Probably 20. Oh, he won the Cox Plate in 95, so it would have been 94.
Yeah.
Back in 1994. So Wayne withdrew 2,000. He had 1,000 to win in the Todman Slipper to beat our Maze Cave. And then he had 1,000 to win in the Golden Slipper at 16s. So he won the Todman Slipper at 8-1. So at 1,000 at 8s. So I was $8,000 in. Take 1,000 off for the bet. He ran second, should have won by about a proverbial country, Scheisenhausen, and was 7-2 favourite back in the day. He was $4 favourite. So that was bittersweet. It was good that I had won early, but that was a good Clippers and Tippers one for you.
If you've had $1,000 on a horse right now, and you could have anyone to ride it, and you can go back in time, who would you want to be riding it?
D. Beedman.
Without hesitation, that is.
Quick answer.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
One day it was the last at Rose Hill. Johnny Hawks had knocked off about 3 winners and it came to the last. And there was a horse called Press Agent.
Yeah.
He was by Star Watch. I'll never forget this. He lived in box 106. It's amazing how you just remember these things, right? This is 25 years ago. Jack Ingham came down from his super box at Rose Hill and said, "Kerry," as in Kerry Packer. Kerry's upstairs, and Kerry has had Darren Beedman, 400,000 on Press Agent. Don't get it beat. He caned it in half, and it won by the
That's a true story.
yes, it is by you know what. Yeah, he had 400,000 back in the day on Press Agent, and Beedman got over the lines.
I'm giving you $50, not $400,000. Who are you backing this week for us?
What am I backing this week? Well, I've got to pay my hairdresser, so I'm going to have...
We've already given him 50.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay, right.
Stick it on whatever you tip.
So I'm 50 in front.
Yeah, just tip it.
We're a bit in love with Gallo Nero, so it's not what you normally want to be doing is running first up on a heavy track.
Yeah.
But we are a bit in love with him, and I've been in Sydney a fair bit in the last 6 weeks, and he's low flying, this horse. The only reason he didn't win the Magic Millions back in January because he was tired and flat.
Yeah.
But he was running against all those sort of horses, the Wodertons and those types of horses back at Christmas time, and he's as good as what they are. So if he's going to be as good as what they are,
Does he like the wet?
well, he's got wet track form, and the Coolmore Stallion, Wootton Bassett, most of his progeny have been winning in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So he's probably the hottest stallion in the world.
Poor old Maury walked in today and he goes, I've got a tip for you. I go, who? He goes, United States in race 5 in Brisbane.
That's Brisbane. What's wrong with that?
It's taking on Gallo Nero.
Take it on Gallo.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
Never go a man when he's got some scissors in his hand, I say. You're right, Maury, it's all good.
Now, we just missed out last week. So the Tyrepower leaderboard, I usually take on the guests. We've both got duck eggs, but I'm super confident with my tip on Saturday. I'm having $50 straight out. James McDonald rides, Chris Waller trades.
Oh, what a surprise. Maury, just hold all my calls,
Who's that?
please.
You just hung up.
You just hung up on him.
You told me to hang
Well, I
on.
said
Don't take my call.
hold all my calls.
Probably. Sorry.
So you're tipping J-Mac. Wow, that's a surprise,
No,
folks.
it's
Gee whiz.
$5, bell to tell. It'll win the Derby as well, but it'll win the Rough Habit. Before we wrap this up, can you get that massage?
Oh, the polish.
Yeah. Wayne will love this.
The polish. I'm at the barber's about to get a polish, folks. Ooh. Wow.
But it feels good, doesn't it?
Well, I've had worse, let me tell you.
What kind of show is this?
Rated G.
I'll tell you in a minute. Could be the best haircut I've ever had.
On that note, cut. That's Clippers and Tippers, all thanks to Tyrepower. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you, Gareth.
Good luck with
Thank you,
Gallo
Maury.
Nero.
Thanks, mate.